Assalamualaikum and a very good day everyone. First of all, I would like to congratulate all of you and I would like to say welcome to University Technology Mara UITM. Today, I will brief you on the observation instrument and students' feedback. I am Siti Mariam binti Mohammad Iliyas, English lecturer from the Academy of Language Studies UITM Cawangan Johor, Campus Pasir Gudang. So by the end of this briefing, you will be clearer about what is entrance and exit survey, as known as EES, as well as students' feedback online, which is Sufo. So during this session, I will explain to you how does it look like and what are the things that you are expected to do when it comes to EES as well as Sufo. Let's start. Okay, basically, both entrance and exit survey, EES, as well as student feedback online, which is Sufo, are available in the official learning management system of UITM, which is UFuture. And I bet before this, you have been exposed to this learning management system during the previous session. Okay, first of all, let's talk about EES, entrance and exit survey. Okay, basically, this is the instrument or the survey that you will have to complete at the beginning of the semester as well as at the end of the semester. Okay, if you still remember, before this you have seen how does UFuture looks like. Okay, and when you take a look at it, you will be able to see all the course or subject that you have registered for that particular semester. So basically, this is the first landing page, okay, that you will be able to see once you are logged in. You will be able to see all the subjects or courses that you have registered for that particular semester. Alright, when it comes to EES, when you want to access this survey, what you have to do is you have to click on the subject that you want to do the survey on. Okay, for example, in this slide, we are going to choose ELC 030 English for Pre-Diploma as an example. Okay? Okay, once you have clicked on ELC 030, okay, you will be able to see the menu on your left side, and down there we have EES. Okay, so you have to click on it to start the survey. Alright, so once you have clicked on the menu EES, you will be able to see two main menus up there. Okay, so on your left side you will see entrance survey. So this is the survey that you have to complete beginning of the semester. And on your right side you can see exit survey. Okay, the survey that you have to complete by the end of the semester. Alright, now let's take a look at why is it important for us to do entrance and exit survey. Okay, basically, entrance and exit survey, we have this to measure the effectiveness of a course or a subject in improving students' existing knowledge and skills. Alright, so basically we are looking at whether or not you have learned something from the subject or from the course. Okay, let's put it this way. Analogically, before you come to UITM, okay, and attend EDU 5.0 week, you might not have any idea about what is LMS, what is UFuture, what is ODL. But by the end of the week, okay, when you exit the week, you should be able to understand all those terms and would be able to use it in your learning activities. Okay, so the same goes to entrance and exit survey. So for example, when you first start the semester and you are taking, let's say, English for writing, okay, so of course you have an existing knowledge and skills when it comes to writing in English, but then again, probably there are specific terms or specific mechanics, okay, that you will be taught during the semester. So probably something about topic sentence or main ideas. Maybe you know how to write an essay, but you are not sure, you do not know what is main idea and topic sentence. So when it comes to you doing the entrance survey, of course you cannot say that you have understood all this. Okay, so you have to attend the course and finish the semester to really understand the concept. Alright, now let's take a look at how does it look like when you choose the entrance or exit survey. Okay, so now the one that I have in the slide is the view for entrance survey. Okay, so I have number 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay, at number 1, you can see the subject or the course that you are doing the entrance and exit survey. Okay, so basically you're going to have to do the EES for all the subjects and course that you have registered. Okay, moving on to number 2, you have the scales. Okay, so we have the scale from 1 to 5, from strongly disagree, which is 1, up to 5, which is strongly agree. And you have disagree, mixed feeling, as well as agree in the middle, right? So, looking at number 3, you can see the title, Questions for Entrance Survey. So later on, at the end of the semester, you will do the same thing but for exit survey. So you can take a look at the title. Okay, number 4 is the scale that I have mentioned just now. So basically, when you are doing your entrance and exit survey, you have to take a look at the question. So this one I marked at number 5. Okay, so you have to click which one of the scale is the correct one for the statement. For example, let's use T13, the third item. I can identify the reference word that I use for the reading text. Okay, like what I have mentioned before, so we might know, okay, of course we know how to read and whatnot. Okay, but then again, there are some mechanics or specific terms, specific skills that is taught during the semester for that particular course or subject. For example, this one would be reference word. So before you start the semester, I mean before you start the class, you might not know what is reference word. So when the statement asks you that I can identify the reference word, so maybe in the beginning of the semester you cannot identify it yet. So of course you will choose maybe 1 or scale 2 the most. Okay, of course it's not ideal or it's not logical to simply choose 5 because you do not know what is reference words yet. Okay, so this is the entrance survey. It's fine. It's fine to choose the lower scale for all the statements because we have not learned much about that particular subject yet. Okay. Okay, if you take a look at number 5, those are all the statements which are related to what you are expected to be able to do by the end of the semester. For example, the last item, I can understand what a speaker says in the listening test or listening text. Okay. For example, item number 4, I can identify main ideas and supporting details of the paragraph in the reading text. Like what I have mentioned before, it's fine for us to not know what is main ideas, what is supporting details. So you can just choose 1 or 2. Okay, at the end of the semester, hopefully, with all the inputs given by your lecturers and the things that you are going to do during the class, you will be able to choose 5 or 4. Alright, moving on to the next slide. Now, I would like to highlight that you are going to do the same items for both entrance and exit survey of the same course or subject. So here we are still at English for pre-diploma, but take a look at the title. Now we are at the exit survey. If you take a look at all the statements there, basically it is just the same like entrance survey. We just want to see what is it that you have learned and how much that you have progressed. Okay? Alright, for entrance and exit survey, you are going to have different question item for different subjects. Of course, we are learning about different subjects here, right? So this one is introduction to accounting. So if you compare the statements, of course it is different from the English subject that I have mentioned just now. So you can see that we have about the same number of statements, but they are different. For example, item number 1, I can explain the definition and purpose of accounting. Okay, so maybe during the early part of the semester, when you do the entrance survey, you are at level 1 or 2. Okay, because you cannot explain the definition well just yet. But at the end of the semester, it's only logical and reasonable for you to choose number 4 or 5 because you can explain the definition and purpose of accounting at the end of the semester. So this one is another example of another subject, Introduction to Human Development. You can see that the items for the entrance survey, we have a bit more statement as compared to the two subjects that I have highlighted before. But basically, it is all related to the things that you are expected to be able to do at the end of the semester. For example, item number 3, saya dapat menerangkan peranan dan tanggungjawab insan dengan berkesan. Okay, so the same goes for exit survey at the end of the semester. So basically, that's the idea of entrance and exit survey. We want to measure how much you have learned, and hopefully, ideally, okay, the skills and knowledge that you have at the beginning of the semester as compared to the end of the semester. The end of the semester would be a better place for you. I would say that, in the sense that you must have learned something, okay, from all the assessments that you have done, the assignments and all the activities that you have completed during the class for the semester. Okay, now we are moving on to Sufo, or student feedback online. Okay, so for Sufo, you will be able to see this menu on the first landing page when you have logged yourself in UFuture. Okay, so you can see on your left side there's Sufo there, so you can click on it, or you can also click on the subject, okay, to access this survey. Okay, now before we move on, let's take a look at why you have to do student feedback online. Okay, so basically, Sufo is meant to obtain feedbacks from the students in a particular academic semester. Okay, so basically from the survey, it will be a tool to facilitate the enhancement of quality of teaching and learning activities. Of course, when we want to do things, when we are doing things, we want things to be better from one time to the next one. Okay, so if let's say that there are things which are not good yet, we should be able to make it better the next time. Okay, so Sufo is one of the instruments, is one of the ways on how we can actually observe and ensure the quality of teaching and learning. Okay, so Sufo is a mandatory exercise. Okay, it's compulsory for you to do every single semester for every single subject. Okay, and there are 24 questions on section A, B, C, and D. Okay, so section A is for students' perception on academic course attended. Section B is for lecturers' professionalism. Section C, teaching and learning activities, and section D, related infrastructure. Okay, so again, remember, why are we doing Sufo? Because we want to ensure the teaching and learning quality, and if there are things which are not good yet, or maybe probably needs to be improved, so we will do so to make sure that the quality is taken care of. Alright, now we are going to take a look at all the sections that I have mentioned just now. So section A, overall impression about the course. So I have marked number 1, number 2, and number 3 there. So number 1 is the section, okay, or bahagian. Number 2 is the skill. So you have 1, 2, 3, and 4 for the statement. 1 is sangat tidak setuju, 2 tidak setuju, 3 setuju, and 4 sangat setuju. Okay, and then number 3, you have all the statements for the section there. So for example, for section A, we have 4 questions, and those are all the items that you have to give your statement on. Okay, basically, you just choose which one of the skill is related. Okay, for example, number 4, tahap keyakinan saya dalam kursus ini telah meningkat, or my confidence level in this course has increased. Okay, so remember, Sufo is done at the end of the semester. So basically, we want to know what is it that you feel about the course. That one is for section A. Alright, now let's take a look at section B. So this one is lecturer professionalism or professionalism professionalisme pensyarah. Okay, so you can see that all the statements are all related to the lecturer. So this is your way of giving your feedback, okay, on how your lecturers has done the responsibility. Okay, for example, number 6, pensyarah bersedia memberi bimbingan akademik kepada pelajar. So you can choose either 1, 2, 3 or 4. It's up to you and how do you actually see, okay, what's going on and what is it that your lecturer has done during this semester. Okay, for example, number 9, pensyarah mudah dihubungi untuk perbincangan. The lecturer is accessible for discussion. So which skill would you rate the lecturer? Okay, but then again, take a look at number 7. Pensyarah menggunakan bahasa Inggeris sebagai bahasa pengantar semasa kuliah kecuali kursus CTU dan bahasa ketiga. So all the subjects should be taught in English except for CTU as well as third language. For example, if you are taking Mandarin, of course, you'll be taught using that particular language and not English. Okay? Okay, moving on to section C. This focuses on the teaching and learning activities. So you can see the statements there from number 12 up until to number 22. So basically, you can take a look at the statements and you can rate using the skills given to you from 1 to 4. Okay. And finally, section D for the infrastructure. So you have 2 statements for this particular section. So something about the equipment and space, is it adequate and functioning, right? So those are all the 24 statements for Sufo that you will have to complete by the end of the semester. Alright, moving on to the next section. Okay, again, this is the landing page once you are logged in into UFuture. Okay, so of course you can see all the subjects and the menu. So now I would like to highlight the menu on your right side, UITM academic calendar. And why is it related to EES and Sufo? Alright, so let's take a look at the next slide. So over here, you can see the dates, the important dates for all the survey that I have mentioned just now. So you have entrance survey, which is open from week 1 to week 4. You can see the specific date over there as well. Okay, and then exit survey is open from week 13 to week 14. So there are only 2 weeks for exit survey. You can also see the specific dates there. And finally, Sufo, it's open from week 10 to week 14. So again, this would be a very helpful or a very important information for you to get all the important dates related to the surveys that I have mentioned before. All entrance survey, exit survey, as well as Sufo. Okay, just to put this slide before we end the session today. So this is something about Sufo, and remember, I have mentioned just now that Sufo is compulsory for you to complete, or else you are not going to get your results. So as I have mentioned something about exam results, remember, it's important for you to complete your Sufo, okay, because no Sufo, no result. Okay everyone, so that's the end of the briefing today. So I hope that you will do your best for the upcoming semester, and I would like to wish you all the best and good luck for everything that you will do. Okay, so enjoy the semester, enjoy the teaching and learning activities. So I wish you all the best. That's all for now. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you.